Hey everybody, Gary here and welcome back to No Nonsense. And tonight I got my brother from another mother, Mr. Freddie Fragz from the Freddie Fragz channel.
What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. What's going on, bro?
How are you? Chilling.
Thank you for having me over to
Always.
Casa de No Nonsense.
Casa de No Nonsense. There you have it. First and foremost, you're about to hit 2,000 subscribers, so I just want to take the time and congratulate you and say I appreciate you and your friendship and the brotherhood that we've built and blah 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 blah, and let's not get all sappy and teary-eyed and
I appreciate that.
Start bro hugging. But no man, seriously.
Thank you. Always. I appreciate all the kind words, all the support from everyone. You know, all my brothers in Fragcom, all my subscribers. Even if you've seen my video or a second of my video, thank you.
Absolutely.
So moving on.
Moving on. By the House of Byredo, we are going to review Pulp. You want to, before we get into all kinds of this and that's, let's give them a note breakdown.
A note breakdown. So we have the top notes are bergamot, cardamom, black currant. And the middle notes are fig, red apple, tahiri flower. And the base notes are cedar, praline, and peach blossom. So we just sprayed it a few seconds ago. He told me we were going to review this today. I kept my comments to myself so it could be genuine in front of the camera.
Freddie knows I am a fan of this.
He is a fan of this. And
there is a but that comes along with that.
Okay. But I like it.
But first, what do you get from the fragrance?
All right.
What notes are you picking up? Let's start that way.
I pick up the peach blossom.
Okay.
I pick up the apple, and I pick up the. Basically, I get the fruit nuances with some floral notes that pop in and out. That's basically what I get.
Okay.
As far as the notes, I'm not gonna tell you what I think it smells like, but that's the notes that stick out to me. A mesh of the fruit notes that they said.
The notes. First of all, it's a fruit bomb, like just a basket of a melange of fruits. And what I do get the apple, a lot of apple, and I do pick up on the fig, and
I get the fig.
I pick up on some slight florals as well.
I get the fig. The one note that sticks out, the two notes that stick out mainly to me are the fig and the peach blossom. I get that peachy vibe. I think it comes from, like I say, you always detect your favorite notes, but when you really don't like certain notes, it just jumps out at you.
Okay.
And not to say that this smells artificial, it actually smells pretty authentic. It smells pretty authentic.
For what it is, it's spot on.
Yeah. I think so as well. But like, for example, I love peaches, I love mango as fruits, but when I smell them in like juice, fragrance, pies or anything like that, or candy, I get turned off. I don't really like that smell.
When this first started coming around and you started reading a lot about it, a lot of people were comparing this to the scent of ripe fruit or fruit that's been a fruit basket that's been sitting in the sun, and other people have even gone as far to say that it smells like rotting fruit. Now, yes to all of those, with a but. I do pick up the ripe fruit basket thing, like the fruit sitting in the sun. I do get that. Rotting fruit, I really don't pick up on saying that it smells like rotting fruit.
I think that depends on the skin chemistry, though. And
I would say that this is one of those fragrances that you need to be careful with the amount of sprays you put on, because if you do, this is a 3 sprayer max, especially once you start getting into the higher heat. If you went 6-8 sprays of this, this will peel paint. And
it's strong.
And at that point, I could be like, dude, that smells like rotting fruit. Like, it's just, this can clear a room if you do way too many sprays of it. That I will say.
On my skin, when I wore it, again, I haven't worn this in a long time. Just a little backstory of how my experience with it.
You want a little spray?
No. I'm okay. So when I first got into niche, it was all just trying to discover new and intriguing scents. This was one of them. And
Absolutely.
It intrigued me. I was like, oh my God, this smells so delicious.
It's intriguing. It's kind of avant-garde for...
that was exactly my thoughts. Then I bought it. I had it. I helped hype it. You know, it was all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then as I really started to wear it, I could have been the summertime or whatever. The first 2.5 hours, I still have that same, oh my God, feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, I was like, all right, get this shit off.
Okay.
I don't want this on my skin. And that's where it kind of started to go a little too avant-garde, a little where I could understand what people say, the rotting fruit thing.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, I don't get the rotting fruit. I get the ripe fruit, you know, very nice, juicy, ripe fruit. But after that 2.5 hour mark on my skin, from what I remember, again, it's been a couple of years, that's where it started to go where, all right, let's get this off my skin. Yeah. And if I wore this to work or out to an event, you can't just scrub it off. So I think that's where my dislike for the fragrance began. And therefore, I don't own it now. I don't want to own it. I don't want to spray it on.
Absolutely. Fair. Yeah. Absolutely fair. This is a love for me. It's top 2 of my favorite Byredos. It can go back and forth between this and Mojave Ghost. I couldn't it just lost me for a second. Mojave Ghost and Pulp are 2 of my favorite Byredos. But you do need to be mindful of the sprays. This is perfect in my opinion for spring, summer. I know you might.
Yeah, I said to me it's spring and fall. Just because it is a dense scent. Like
it's thick. It does wear on the.
You know, for the summer, if it's super hot like it gets here in New York, you're gonna gas people out if you put more than 2 sprays. I think it wears well in the spring, but the notes gravitate towards the summer. You know, it's all fruits and flowers.
I would wear this spring, summer nights.
Summer nights. I would say if it's like 70s, perfect weather. But if you're talking about a 85 to 95 degree evening, you know, I personally wouldn't do it.
I don't know if I'd wear this in the high 90s either.
Yeah, so you know, I'm just being transparent as far as I remember.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's a fun fragrance. I do enjoy it. I don't want to keep going back and forth because we're just going to wind up repeating ourselves. But that's our take on Byredo. Before we split, I just want to show you before we split. Who am I? Before we split, I just want to give you guys a quick look at the presentation. Here's your box. It's a sleeve. It's off. You got it. Size.
Yeah, it's a typical Byredo, right?
Yeah, typical Byredo.
Interchangeable.
You open it up, and your bottle rests inside like so. It's got card and your bottle. I love the simplicity of the Byredo bottles. I really like that. Magnetic cap. I'm not going to spray it just because of my friend.
Earlier.
I don't want to spray. If I spray it in this way, it's going to get on you.
I mean, I don't mind it. I'm going to go home and take a shower in a few, but
that's okay.
At the end of the day, it's not something I would wear more than a couple hours. So, oh, you son. Oh man, but and we got some more videos to go.
You smell lovely.
Isn't he love? But anyway,
that's our take.
That's our take.
Thank you so much for being on.
Always.
Like, comment, subscribe, click on that notification bell, and we will see you guys soon with another review.
Peace and stay blessed, guys.
Deuces.